did a lot to bring about end of civil war in Liberia. And I mean, and only 2 days ago, when the new country of Sudan emerged, the pride of place was given to President Goodluck Jonathan of Nigeria. When he went there, the Sudanese all over the streets were waving flags at him, waving flags, cheering him on, because acknowledging the role that Nigeria had played in that. So at the official level, the same in Southern Africa. At the official level, Nelson Mandela, and all those Thabo Mbeki and all of them, they acknowledge the role which Nigeria had played. That's at the official level. At the political level, highest political level, Nigeria's role is always acknowledged. But at the next level, at the official level, at the civil service level, and also when get what we call small men in the corridors of power, the custom officers, some of the diplomats and all that. I was, for instance, surprised that when I was in the Commonwealth, a colleague of mine from Australia were both going to go to South Africa. And we knew we had to go hurriedly. My colleague from Australia did not need a visa to enter South Africa. I couldn't go that day because I still needed to process my visa in the South African embassy. And there I met with some people asking me questions. And then but I was an official of the Commonwealth, using the Nigerian passport to go. And with all that we've done for South Africa, I still needed a visa, whether an Australian does not need a visa. So that happens. And we hear stories of how Nigerians going to South Africa have been subject to all kinds of treatment. And we even heard of some xenophobia in South Africa when fellow Africans, not only Nigerians this time around, people from Zimbabwe, people from Zambia, people from other countries, were being harassed by some people from South Africa. But that's part of it, because some of them see South Africa as the new El Dorado. Everybody goes there, and then there's a feeling that the jobs which they should have taken and have been taken by these foreigners, including Nigerians. Well, but that I don't believe that has the official backing of their government. So, and I think the government still remain grateful. But for us in Nigeria, that does not matter to us. We did not do it. We did not do this to gain any reward, to be praised or to be acknowledged. We did it because we believe that in our own conscience, we believe it was right. We believe it was in support of our own dignity, of our own self-respect, of our own self-satisfaction, of the role which Providence has conferred on us as the leader of the black world, to see that black people all over the world are given the right of place under the sun. It did not matter whether some overzealous custom officers mistreat a Nigerian when trying to enter South Africa. That doesn't matter. The stakes are bigger for us. We are doing it for humanity, for our own self-respect, for citizens yet unborn. A free South Africa is an asset and a source of happiness to us in Nigeria. So there are instances, like I said, officially, in almost every country where we have been very helpful in getting them to achieve their political objectives, we are formally and openly acknowledged. But there have been instances, like I've said, when that happened. But that will not disturb us. We did not do it to get any reward. We did it to satisfy ourselves because we believe in it.
Professor Adeowale, your turn.
Yeah, all different societies, nations have different levels of consciousness. And when we judge a policy and its impact on the people in the nation or in neighboring neighborhoods, we have to understand there can't be a homogeneous reaction. One, we have agreed that it was done for a higher purpose, out of principle, out of feeling of solidarity, out of feeling of shared history. That it was done for those purposes. But we also know that good deeds have good consequences too. And they might not be realized by individuals, by some policymakers, by sometimes populations that are in dire situations and look for scapegoats. But overall, I think these are the building blocks of African unity, the building blocks of a sense of people of African descent feeling that they have shared destiny, that people who might live on the other side of the continent, from Nigeria to South Africa, cared enough to express their disapproval of apartheid and racist policies, and to stand with the oppressed, to share their material belongings, to do whatever they can in diplomatic terms, in all ways. And that's appreciated. And it might not be appreciated by some. But overall, I think this is where that sense of unity, where Europe, like Africa, went through years of animosity between the French and the Germans and the English and different groups. But it is the enlightened policies of the nations that showed them the greater benefits they all derive from pooling their resources, from tearing down the animosities, the misgivings they had. And this, I think, is the basis for the future, and it was done for good purpose, and it will bear good fruits for the future, in my opinion.
Okay, having very much engaged in liberation struggles and contributed a lot to the liberation of these African countries, Nigeria goes further, does not stop there. Nigeria renders technical assistance to most of these countries, even after the liberations, sends experts in different fields. How has this gone in the relationship with these countries?
Let me say this. Our whole African policy is angled around a philosophy of, number one, being your brother's keeper. We also have the belief that there's a Yoruba proverb, which I just give you the English translation.
You can give us the language.
Yes, I just give you what is the English translation, literal translation. It says, if your neighbor in the afternoon is swallowing cockroach and you feel unconcerned, you say it's not your business. By the time it begins to cry in the night, his cry will not let you sleep.
That's right.
So you must make sure that your neighbors are okay.
Okay.
So whatever wealth you have, God gave you, you can enjoy it. So if Nigeria is worthy, if we are okay, and other countries around us are not okay, they will move to our country and will not be able to enjoy the little wealth we have.
That's right.
And we are saying the same thing to the developed world. The world is not a global village. If America says they close their eyes, and I know they are not doing that. Obama is doing a lot in that regard to help African countries. If they don't have a choice anyway, because if they don't do that, in spite of all their borders, their border restrictions, our people will find their way inside there. We find our way inside there. And when we get here, we don't need the fertility tablets. We reproduce. We will swarm them. And they'll be able to enjoy what they're having. So it's the same philosophy you have. If you don't take care of your neighbors, whatever comfort you think you have, you will not enjoy it. So also, the African proverb says, if some people are hungry and some people are feeling satisfied, after some time you cannot enjoy your comfort. So that's number one. So we believe that the little we have, we'll be able to share it. Technical Aid Corps program was anchored under that period. I happen to be the first ambassador to introduce this program to Jamaica. We sent nurses, doctors, pharmacists to these countries. The principle behind the program is that Nigeria sends teachers, doctors, nurses, lawyers, all kinds of professionals, most of them trained in Nigerian universities, to these countries to serve for 2 years. Nigeria pays the return flight of each of these people. It pays their salaries through the embassies, through our embassies. And the only thing that the receiving country does is to provide accommodation. These people serve for 2 years. It could be renewed for another 2 years. I know in many cases in Jamaica, many of those who served, who came when I was there, they either intermarried or some of them were in fact employed to the full-scale civil service of Jamaica. So, and it happens in many countries. And we have it in so many countries, at least in more than 25 countries. Not only in Africa, but in the Caribbean and in the Pacific. Even as far as Fiji, we have them there. So we have all, and it's something we do. It's funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Because we believe in South-South cooperation to start with. We believe in doctrine of self-reliance. And we are also a developing country, but our plight is better than those of many other developing countries.
Yes.
And from the little we have, we share these people. And the program was first introduced in 1987, which means about 33 years old now, and it's still going strong. We are even looking for ways to increase its scope. And that is Nigeria for you. Always, we are essentially an African country. We are the center of the black race. We are the leader of the black race. It's our manifest destiny to improve the lot of the black people. And anything that concerns the black people in terms of their economy, in their politics to make them feel to have political stability and enjoy a normal type of life, we'll support it. Anything we can do to support the economy, we'll support it. That is that, and it has given us a good profile everywhere in all these countries.
Time is not on our side again. See, 30 minutes was almost gone. Professor Adeowale, about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I strongly believe that international relations for a long time was perceived as a zero-sum game, but it can be positive where relations, mobility of resources, populations can have a win-win situation where technical experts in another nation would not only strengthen and create peaceful conditions, but will become basis for better economic and other relations. So it's a win-win situation, and it's based on principle, but there are positive material and psychological returns from it too.
Okay, gentlemen, Your Excellency, thank you once again for your time and for your contributions to this program. It is not easy to leave the schedule, you heavy schedule you have to come and identify with this program. We appreciate it, and the viewers will. Then Professor Adeowale, my colleague here, thank you again for your contributions. Thank you for standing by this program since 1998. Thank you. Now, thank you for watching African Affairs, a television program in Africa. We are in the studio of DCTV, Washington, D.C., United States of America. Thank you for watching this program. Relax now and watch African music video. Thank you again for watching.